I'm going to be a bit greedy. I want to prioritize the heal, and we do hit the heal. You know, sometimes it is like that. And this way we might not be able to go for lethal. No, we can't. Hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. Today we're going to be doing another deck profile from the new set 19. And as I said from my posts, right after Revengers, I have to move forward to the next Paladin meta deck, and that is Liberators. So Liberators, of course, with the new era, it is still Liberator in name, but we have a new sub-archetype, sub-name if you may, Bluish Flames, and so I'm super excited to show you what the new support brings to the table, and let's talk about it. So, buttons. So honestly, you will notice that most of the cards you recognize, you recognize the Vanguard Liberator. I think the big thing is that it got nerfed, and it now costs kind of last one. Some other things is yeah, that's basically everything. You recognize your balance, you recognize your marks, you recognize your trumpeters, you recognize your blaster blades, Garmors and Zeniths. These cards are just too good to not play. It's just amazing. Zenith, as a heal trigger, gets back into the deck, searches you for your retire. Your retire helps you countercharge and retire, and then you can return it and get a free +1. The whole thing just works too well to abandon right now for a pure Bluish Flames approach. And so, what do we have instead? We added the new legions and topped it with an amazing mate. So we have 4 Percivals, legions with Anglo Veil, Vanguard Circle 1 Legion, check top 4 to call a Liberator, and when this attacks the Vanguard, it gets +2. So really nice. It's a SP as well, and also a rank reward. And then we have Prominence Core. So it also legions with Anglo Veil. The difference is that this card's skill is when your Rigor with the same name as your Vanguard is placed from your deck, it gets, if this is a legion, it gets +3/+1 crit. So you can actually stack this if you want. And in addition, once per turn, counterblast 1 to retire a Liberator, to check top 4 and call it Liberator. So also SP, really nice. The negative is that it costs counterblast 1 and costs 1 rearguard to superior call 1. But you'll notice that a lot of units want a superior call on an empty rearguard circle. And what Prominence Core does, it actually empties up that dead slot sometimes and helps you make space for stuff. What else do we have? We play 4 of the Anglo Veils. So this is the SP art. This is another SP art. And this is the rank reward art. So that's really nice. Rearguard circle 1 place if your Vanguard's a Liberator. Counterblast 1 to check top 3 from the top of your deck and call a Liberator to an empty rearguard circle. So counterblast 1 to +1 is pretty amazing. And especially when you get that choice. And because of so much more superior calling shenanigans, Percival, we have Prominence Core, and of course Anglo Veil, we are instead abandoning the Barkles and playing 3 Josephus and 2 Zoran. So Josephus really good earlier into the game, or when you need to dig PGs. When placed from your deck, Soul Blast 1, draw 1 card. Again, that Soul Blast helps fuel your Legion costs if you want to. And of course, drawing into your deck, this deck doesn't help you guarantee that PG into your hand, so Josephus definitely does help you with that. But later into your game, when you're legioning and cycling back triggers and filtering out non-triggers, sometimes when you check top 3 or check top 4, it might be that there's just a lot of grade 3s, and so that's why we play some Zorons. Zorons help you fix your superior calling, just in case you don't see anything too appealing. You can pick Zoron, put it into your soul, and then try to check top 3 again to find something better. So generally speaking, I do like the Josephus. I tried it at 4. It might be too much. Zoran does definitely help a lot, especially as I mentioned, when you have too many triggers in your deck, and sometimes you gotta figure it out. But one of the best things about this deck is that if you do have to superior call like a trigger, Zenith just means a Blaster Blade Liberator most of the time, and that's just really amazing. So really not much to be said about this this deck. I mean, if you have experience with Liberators in general, you should know how to pilot it. The biggest difference is that Legion, the new mechanic, is a part of this deck's approach now. We've abandoned the Break Ride because it's a bit too slow. So in terms of the game plan, grade 0, of course, grade 1, you're either riding the Zoran or the Josephus because these are vanilla in your hand. For the grade 2 turn, you might consider riding Blaster Blade because if it's in the soul, you can use Trumpeter. The 12k is also fine as a Vanguard, especially if you're going first. If you're going If you're going first, then maybe pulling it out and building up 17k column with your rearguard or 19k column is nice. But sometimes just having a 9k and then saving your resources for later is great. You know, Anglo Veil, generally I want to keep this in the rearguard circle because it's such a high value skill. Camelus 1 superior call 1 is just amazing. And a Trumpeter, I guess, is a fine ride target. So grade 1, Zoran or Josephus. Grade 2, Trumpeter or a Blaster Blade. And grade 3, if you're going first, I like Garmor. Just to solidify your board, you know, nullify your opponent's retire threats. There's still a lot of shadows, lots of mirror matches, golds, lots of royals, some Kagro here and there. So being able to just shut down those retire plays too early helps you maintain that lead. And then if not, then Percival is also a great ride target. Just cycling back in checking top 4. Even if you do have to cycle some non-triggers, because you get to check top 4 and superior call something, generally speaking a non-trigger, it's still really nice. And generally the winning image is you try to sustain your board with Garmor, you try to legion back triggers into your deck with Percival, thin out non-triggers with stuff like Agloveil, and then you try to finish off the game if you have to when your opponent's at 5 with Zenith. And your main aggressive tool is going to be the Blaster Blade line with Paladin countercharging and doing all that stuff. So hopefully that's a brief enough explanation. We're going to try to show how it works in practice and see how it goes. So as of the recording of this video, it is Saturday on my end, so it's the weekend, and that means we can do a tournament run. So let's see how far we can go with this build. Just got to Legend 10, haven't played much since the last video. Hope everyone's doing well. And if you haven't checked out my Revenger deck profile, go check that out. And shameless, but apparently 60% of you are not subscribed. So if you're watching, and you're watching, chances are you're enjoying it, and I hope you don't miss any content, because I'm trying to get more stuff out there. And if you want to see more, of course, definitely click that subscribe button to see more. Would be nice for you, and it's definitely really nice for me. So let's go into game 1 of tournament mode. Let's hope it's not a VP farmer. We have a Genesis waiting for Messiah. I like that. I played Messiah in the TCG. It's really cool. So again, you know, let's see what we have at our opening hand. I'm not too greedy of a player. If I'm going second, going straight into Legion is fine. Let's just toss this. The balance are really good. They're really good, but maybe I'm gonna prioritize searching for some PGs because Genesis can be quite feisty. But it's okay. We didn't really see much, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's see. And of course, get the new skins from the DICE event. You know, all the skins get you the same ride animations as the one from the V-Mail shop. So if you want to save up the V-Mails for some future really cool stuff like a Link Joker Aichi or Link Joker Korin, which I'm planning to pick up, definitely save up the medals for those and, you know, get the DICE event one. So unfortunately, this is a VP farmer, or maybe they missed their ride. But I will catch you on the next game, I suppose. And well, you know, I honestly was like, you know, let's generally speaking, whenever I do the VP farmer games, I try to, you know, give you the 6 damage, so we have a good segue into the next game. But more often than not, this happens. I don't know why are you playing heals when you're VP grade 0? You know, I don't know. But sure, all right. Well, I never knew people VP farm with Genesis, but that's cool. Let's just finish this up real quick. And let's do this. Felon, I think, is still really solid. It's just that it's not, like, it doesn't give you enough pluses to actually deserve more than, like, a maybe 2 slot. If you want to play one more 12k, then maybe drop one Trumpeter. But Trumpeter, you know, just seeing it is, like, it's just so amazing, you know. Just recycle your Blaster Blade and help you just get a free body on the board. And even if you check, like, if you superior call a trigger, it's not even as bad as before because you can just step on top of it and legion it back, right? So, yep, let's go into game 2. Game 2, and let's hope this is a proper game. So I can kind of demonstrate what it's trying to do. So for those who may not know, this guy Olivier is French. He tu parles du français, and that's why he says le instead of the. And that's cool. It's cool, I guess. Sounds pretty cool, honestly. Let's get rid of the Zeniths. We don't really want the Zeniths. Aglovale is fine. Let's hope to see, you know, alright. Well, it's fine, but it's not the best opening hand, I'd say. I think one of the good things is that with, you know, with the consistency with getting the Blaster Blade out, you're basically threatening your opponent. If they're not using their starter too early, then you can just kill it. Just kill it, right? Just kill it. Here, generally, I still do like putting it behind the Vanguard. Sometimes I like calling it out, but because we have the Blaster Blade, I kind of want to guarantee that counter charge, especially when we can counter blast with the Aglovale. So that's nice. That's nice. Checking a trigger is always really, really good, especially now since offensively checking them means you can just chuck them back in, and that feels good. That feels good. Striking. All right, let's see. They're not going to give us the counter blast, or are they going to call out something and try to deal a damage? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? So if you were the Kagero player, what would you do? Let me know down below. Personally, if I was the Kagero player, I'd just use the Conroe, get a PG, play safe, and not call anything out. We can always play the catch-up game with a break ride and swing hard. So if we do give them the counter blast right here, then the gold player can actually start plussing, and it could definitely increase their consistency. The bulkosity is bulkosity. Yeah, is nice though. The counter charge is nice, but the question is, do they really need that counter blast right now? And you know, who has more value without 1 damage? So all right, I'm okay with riding the trumpeter honestly here, and I'm gonna call out the Balin first just in case I get to actually superior call a Blaster Blade. And there's so many ways to superior call a Blaster Blade. You know, I can do a Zenith. I'm gonna show off that I have a Zenith, but not necessary. I think just calling out the Blaster Blade is fine, and getting the counter charge. That's all fine, right? There's nothing much we really need to do here. Recycling the mates is also really good. Ooh, the heal trigger's really big. So now we have 3 triggers in the drop zone. Perfect for a Legion turn. And pushing 0 to 3. So again, I think one of the best parts about golds is it's just so easy to build up a board, and it's so hard to punish, right? Like, so it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So this is the Draconic Overlord Break Ride variant. All right. So they're playing an Overlord deck with Burnout and whatnot. So I'm less afraid of Novo Vag. Definitely something that's hard to avoid. Novo Vag is still a really strong unit. So here they're gonna try to push for 3 damage to balance the scales. So that's nice. But they do have a grade 3 hanging in the front row, which means that ooh, interesting why they called out the Rebirth. Not too sure why they did that. Definitely not sure. There's no reason to, I guess. No trigger, so we're gonna be put to 3, and that's okay. Draw trigger's nice. All right. So we're gonna ride the only grade 3 we have, Prominence Core, which is a one-of. It's not that amazing, but it's still solid to have. All right, we can Legion. We can Legion first. Yeah, let's Legion first. And I'm going to put back the Aggro Veil because we still have a Trumpeter that can just recycle the Blaster Blade later as well. Getting the crit is nice, but it's not that necessary, honestly. Here, I can do Trumpeter. Free body. Okay, that's not nice. Not what we're looking for. But whatever, we can recycle that back. We can also do this. Just eat this. Oh, well, still not good, but alright, let's get the Balin. Maybe we can just call for lethal? How many heals do we have? We have 4 heals and a 22 card deck. Honestly, it's super enticing to just swing with Vanguard. Because if we heal and we tip it 2 to 4, that's really huge. So I want to be a bit greedy. I want to prioritize the heal, and we do hit the heal. You know, sometimes it is like that. And this way we might not be able to call for lethal. No, we can't. But we're definitely a lot safer, especially since we don't have the PG in our hand. And we're just gonna swing because Kagero doesn't have Legion yet, so swinging at rearguards, irregardless, is fine. It's definitely not a misplay. If your opponent's playing a Legion deck, then sometimes it is a misplay. So important to be more conscious with if you can attack. Sometimes it's not best to just do it blindlessly. You know what I'm saying? So breaks right into the end. We saw one in the damage zone. They can still definitely Persona Ride. I mean Persona Blast. Sorry about that. But seems like Lady Luck is not on their end. The Camus one discarding Blockade. Love that animation. Ooh, whiffed all 4 drive triggers. Draw trigger. Ooh, I wish we saw a PG. We have 4 PGs. Alright, that's Zenith. No real reason to ride that. This hits 19, that's nice. Aglovale is fine. Aglovale does have to call to an empty rigor circle. Maybe I'll just call this. And retire. I'm just gonna call for lethal. We know they have 1 PG, so we're gonna check that 1 PG. Alright. And let's see if they have the second one. And they do. They do have a second one. Let's see what they can do. They didn't even have the thinking sign, so we definitely know that they don't have it at the end unless they just drew it for their turn. But I'm interested to see what else they have in the last 2 cards, Rebirth and Overlord. Ooh, unfortunately they can't scale up that well. If that last card was a PG, I would definitely call that out and try to just push for game because there's no way out. There's no way out. You don't have intercepts. That PG isn't going to help much, honestly. Now let's see if they're going to see some triggers. No PG, so it's still a little dangerous. Oh, a little dangerous. 1 straight crit could end my game, but fortunately, no. No straight crits. Pretty stable game here. Garmor, not really that necessary. But Zenith here definitely could help. But no, our Vanguard 20-something K number is probably more valuable. And I think we could just do this. We could try to see what we have. Try to filter out the non-triggers. Fortunately, they're all triggers. But luckily, Zenith can basically act as a non-trigger. Cycle that back. And we're gonna kill because they're low on resources, and we might as well. Yeah, let's just swing. And, call for the last PG. And let's check for a heal. Aglovale swings for game. They have 1 heal left, and even if they do, we can swing with Vanguard and hit over that 23k number. So, really straightforward deck, I think, overall. Just board spam. Cycle back triggers in, and you know, retire and smash face win games, right? Hit triggers. Hit triggers is good. So we definitely got lucky seeing so many offensive triggers earlier on. See that heal, but overall, I think our opponent had pretty bad RNG with their draws and stuff. So good RNG on our end, bad RNG on your opponent's end equals very, very good, solid, convincing game. Even if we don't have the PGs. We don't need to use them, so. Alright, game 3, we're going to be playing against Nova Grappler, so let's see if this is a Blau variant or Riser, so very nice. Alright, so one or the other is really honestly fine. I think the Josephus is more valuable. Maybe I'll get rid of a Blaster Blade. Yeah, maybe. Alright, we got a grade 3, that's nice. We nearly missed our grade 3 last game, so. Alright, so this is Risers. And I guess at this point I'll ride Josephus. Sometimes if I'm going second, I will call out another grade 1, even if it's Balin, to just try to pressure and deal 2 damage and get a lead in the damage game. Reason being is even if our opponent does hit into it, you can always Legion it back. And Legioning non-triggers is not nice in some other decks, but with Liberators, where you can just filter out whatever you want and balance such a high value unit, you don't mind it ending up in the drop zone, putting it back to your deck and Superior calling it out. So yeah, Aglovale is quite valued, so I'm gonna ride the Blaster Blade. I'm gonna call out the Balin here, and I'm gonna call out the Aglovale here. So just in case a Superior call in Zenith or a Blaster Blade, I can get the instant counter charge, which we do. Since we're going first, we can't Legion anyways. I'm gonna put this tuck back in, and so that way I can have another body because we don't really have any other grade 2s at this moment. So unfortunately, our opponent has a trigger, but it's okay. Wing Liberator goes inside. I can just get that free counter charge since that Blaster Blade column will go to waste. Risers don't really have retire, so that balance guaranteed to stick, and I can always get that refund. And you know, again, bodies are low on our hand in this game, so we definitely do want that that Blaster Blade. Check, nothing for us too. Alright, this is honestly one of my favorite ride animations, so let's see it. Looks so good. Calling this out is fine. It's fine. Maybe should I save it for later? I'll call it out. Get the counter charge. We have so many triggers. Maybe I'll try to push for a damage. See if we can check a trigger. Call this out. 1. Nice. 1 trigger's more than enough to guarantee 2 damage in. Let's see if we can put 3 in. Ah, the heal. Well, it's 2 damage, I guess. And a whiff. So opponent's doing good with defenses. We're not doing so well with that end. But after our opponent kind of gets rid of our 2 intercepts, then we have exactly 4 units to Legion back and start Superior calling. Perfect Riser, a blast from the past. Still pretty solid. So it gets the Battle Riser a trigger, draw 1, and can actually get some crit pressure in if they want to. Wow, filtering out those ultimate risers. 12k. And another one. So it seems like they have a lot of Mega Flares, but choose not to use them. Interesting. So 4 Yamatano probably. And I don't know how many Perfect Risers they play. No triggers? Nice. Let's see a heal or something. Draw trigger is still really good. Definitely really good. And then we get the draw. Another trigger. So we are just gonna... Should we just Legion? I think just Legioning is good. Because Trumpeter prioritizes from the drop zone. So you want to Legion before using Trumpeter if you have a Blaster Blade in your soul. Just a small tip, I guess. So on Legion, checked off 4. Let's see what we get. The Zenith is nice. Call it in front of Balin, so I remember that I call in that column. Get that retire. Considering using the Trumpeter, honestly, maybe not even. Maybe not even. I'll save it for later. Ooh, how many heals do we have? 4. I might prioritize the damage this game because I do have a Blaster Blade in my hand, and we do have a PG, so we're relatively safer on that end. Pushing to 5 means that if we draw into a Zenith or I guess it doesn't matter, or a Blaster Blade, we can try to push for a game next turn. But I guess not. Our opponent's still at 4, which is a shame. But you know, we didn't waste the heal as well, so that's fine. Mega Flare. See what they have. They have 2 triggers, 3 non-triggers. But cycling back grade 2s are fine as well. They always can use the shout to ditch another trigger and toss it all back in, which feels really, really good. Transriser, doing that before Legion is probably smart. Because generally speaking, you're Legioning back grade 3s, and Transriser checks for grade 2 or below. So that's definitely good. It's just that unfortunately they whiffed. Called on top of the grade 3. And for our opponent, one thing is definitely maybe not Transriser and attacking into the 7k, because it does give us an empty rearguard circle, which Aglo Veil and Trumpeter kind of requires. So that definitely is something to consider. Sometimes not attacking into something, in the Legion era especially, is better than attacking into it, honestly. So, but I think our opponent's going to do it because, well, you know, it's a habit. And that could affect their chances. Riser here, you know, the odds of that standing and hitting is pretty low as well, so they need to check 2 triggers and us to not see a single one, which is a bit ridiculous in my opinion, but, you know, it's a choice. That's a choice. Legioning here is not very good, so let's not. Instead, let's Trumpeter. And Blaster Blade, very good. Gonna retire and try to push for a game. Unfortunately, we don't have enough counterblast to do. Oh, we do have that to do it again, but maybe I'll save it for next turn. We have 2 PGs, so we're pretty safe. We're just gonna play it slow and steady, and that's all we need. That's all we need. A heal would be amazing here. I really wouldn't mind. 4 and 18, but no, nothing. If our opponent does have the restand Legion, then we could be in a little danger. But our opponent only has 4 cards. I don't know if they can set up a board for it, because it does require you to have a back row in order to restand the front row, which is a challenging part, especially since Nova doesn't generate that much advantage, which is why I do think that the Kira is quite nice. So check out my deck profile if you want to. A Perfect Riser, Ultimate Riser here, Mega Flare, checks for PG, which we do have. Draw trigger. Let's hope they don't see another heal, because they healed twice already. And I spoke too soon, and they healed the 3rd time, which really, really sucks. But it's okay. We can still Blaster Blade and try to push. Re-Legion here makes a little bit more sense, because we do have 2 triggers. Yeah, I think that's fine. These PG and a Blaster Blood. Blaster Blood. We haven't seen a single heal yet, so I do want to see one. Let's hope we do see one. That's a Zenith. Yeah, that is a heal, but I want to trigger check a heal. All right, so let's try to call for lethal again this turn. Retire their intercepts. I might call Agloville here. Battle. Let's just try to call for lethal. See what we can do. 1 heal, just 1 heal. No 1 heal. Okay, opponent has like 5 cards this turn, so if they do have the other Legion, it's really tough for us. But luckily they skipped the ride phase, which means they don't have it. They didn't draw into it. The mate can only restand. Sorry, the mates can only restand during the turn you Legion. But again, they do have the 2 Battle Risers, one from the starter and one from the Perfect Riser. So if they do check that, then we could be we do need that heal check, which is really, really unfortunate. Opponent saw 3 heal checks. We didn't see a single one. Not that good this game. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully he drew into the Battle Riser. Yeah, there you go. Alright, they do have the drill wing. Not sure why they didn't choose to use it, but it is a choice. Alright, now let's just hope they don't see the Battle Riser. Because if they do, no. I hope I didn't spoke too soon. Okay, draw trigger, that's all good, that's all good. That's fine, it's fine. Alright, and I guess, you know, I think we can go for game. Zenith is nice. Zenith here helps us seal the deal. There we go. This is good, this is good. This is good. I'll call this. So it swings by itself. 11 swings. Checks for PG. There we go. And they don't have PGs left. They only have one heal. So we guarantee that we hit over that heal by using Zenith. Building up that 21k, 23k column. Beating that 21k column. And of course we're still checking those triggers. There we go. Zenith seals the deal. And that is game. That is game. And yeah, I think golds definitely are golden. You know, there's so many of these units, you know, Blaster Blade, Trumpeter, Zenith, Percival, Aglovale. These are all ranked rewards and definitely makes this the free-to-play choice. And I hope you have a chance to play them. Really, really solid. Really, really amazing, and definitely can perform, as you can see. So the tournament's over, we win, and that is the end of this video. So comment down below, let me know if you have any questions. I will try my best to answer them. And if you like the video, like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and want to see more. Again, more than 60% of you are not subscribed. We're so close to our goal. And I will see you all in the next video very, very soon. Bye.